Hi, Lashes and Triple Threat. Really? I was talking to you guys for about 5 minutes and I didn't click the live button. My goodness. I'm wondering why can't I see? So I'm here talking to you guys and putting the link in and I'm not live. Girl, anyway, I just came into my house. I just ran in the door. So this is why this foolishness is happening right now. I wasn't even live. I was like, oh, give me a minute to get some water. I get the water, talking to you all, and I'm not even live. Yep, I had to change the time today. I could not do it this morning. I didn't want to go do it live from the Airbnb again. It was just too much going on. I had a feeling it's gonna be too much going on today. And so said, so done. Let me get the little light over here. So how's everybody doing? Hi, Miss V. Hey, Tammy, Crafty Leo, my Renaissance Grandma. Good to see everybody. I'm in the afternoon today because I was just so busy this morning. Could not whoa, that light is bright. Shine bright like a diamond. That one's a bit better. I was just, yeah, it's fall's coming, getting ready for winter. This morning I got up at 5:30ish to leave for 6. Didn't leave till 6:30. I had to clean this morning to the Airbnb, but the one that I clean in Niagara Falls. So that's a touristy area. Very nice area. I don't clean there regularly. It's too far out the way for me. But I do go there maybe every 2-3 months because they like when I go to do a thorough clean because their cleaner may not be as thorough. So today was one of those days I went down. Then I had to go to another place, turn the heat on to 2 places for somebody because it's supposed to be on by the 15th of September. That's a bit too early because it wasn't that cold yet. So it's on now. And then I had to give my tenant a notice of rental increase. So I dropped that off in person in their mailbox. Took a picture of that I delivered it. And that's that. So that's what I did this morning. And I just came back now. And then the cleaning took 6 hours instead of, I was hoping it was done by 3, but when they want you to wash everything and dry everything, it takes time. So how's everybody doing this morning? You see, I'm in the wrong time. And I dropped the link. I'll drop it again. So everyone's welcome to come up. Because we just got to get the conversation going. And I don't feel like having it by myself today. So who wants to come up? Can come up and chat. But that's what I was doing this morning. I was hoping to get the eaves troughs cleaned out. Somebody has a tool. Just too much to get done. And I brought some of my plants indoors, which I didn't want to do, but I don't want to have my sorrel getting the frost and ruining all that work of growing. So I got plants inside. Hey, AR Guns. Good to see you. So I have nothing really on my mind to talk about. We can just chit chat or you guys can bring up some topics, but I dropped the link. Let me pin it to can I pin it from, I don't think I can pin it. Can I pin it from StreamYard? I'll go to, and I'll so you guys can come up and talk. But just how's your Saturday going? How's your weekend going? What's your plans for the coming week? Are you as busy as I am? Are you as busy as I am? Because it's just crazy busy. But I do have a question to ask. As you know, Saturdays is really nothing about gardening. Let me just okay, hold on. Let me go into my chat and pin. There's really nothing about gardening. Whoops, I'm echoing myself. Oh, thanks, Carbon Q. I see you there. I saw you canceled your live. I was gonna come in, but I was on the road. I was gonna come in, but yeah, family time is very important. So thanks for popping in. Let me pin. How do I pin this? Lord of mercy. Now I'm pressing the wrong buttons. You think I never used this before? You think I never used this before? I'm just gonna have to drop it again because I don't know what I'm doing today. I don't know what I'm doing today. I literally, hey, Lion Crest, I literally just ran in the door and then just started my live. I kept, if you guys notice, I kept changing the time. Just one of those days. So how's everybody doing today? Hey, Nate the Great. I'll drop the link. We can just chit chat about whatever. There's nothing really I have on my mind per se, but I did want to keep up Saturday routine of having a live. And thank you all. I think I'm over 500, but every day I wake up, the number's gone down 200, back up to, like, it happened again last night. So I'm really not sure. You guys can tell me when you got to 500 or even 1,000. Do you get an email? Do you get some kind of like something from YouTube? I don't know. I haven't gotten anything. Oh, there, pin message. Did it pin? Oh, I pinned Nate the Great. Hold on. Oops. I deleted your message. Sorry, Nate the Great. That was not what I meant to unpin it. Replace pin message. See, I'm pressing the wrong button. So yeah, blessings, Nate the Great. I deleted your message by accident. Disregard that. That was an accident. That was my fat finger. Okay. So everyone's just greeting each other. Yeah, I don't know what's happening to that though, but it keeps telling me. Do I get an email from what YouTube? Do I get some kind of notification? Because it's like I haven't really announced and saying, okay, let's have a virtual party, because I don't want to have a party and then I never got it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Anyways, let me ask a question. And I dropped the link again. Did I drop? No, I pinned it. What am I saying? I'm watching football, but I'll be playing. Okay, thank you, Crafty Leo. That's the one sport I don't like. I don't like football. Rugby, I kind of get into. I don't know. I just never got into it. Let me. Okay. So it takes a week to get. Okay, that's probably why. And they haven't told me. Okay, yes, you have 500. Like, it's confirmed. Like, you're not gonna keep losing. You know. Okay, that's good. So I'm aiming for 1,000 and then aiming for the watch hours. So here we go. Here we come. And I'm thinking, oh, I thought I had more than I did, but it's okay. I think after a year, some of them drop off. When I check my YouTube, it says I started in June of 2021. So it's been over a year. I didn't even realize. I got to check when I posted my first video, though. We're probably around the same time. So it's been a year, almost a year and a half. So it's moving faster now than it did before, but I'm doing it like, I'm just doing it organically, like making connections with people. I know some people like go to all those lives where I don't know if you have to pay some money to let them feature your channel. I haven't done any of that. I went a couple of times and I just said, I don't really want to do this. I don't think this is really natural. It's just like you're paying people. So for me, I left those kind of, like, I go to some of the lives where you see me, but in terms of like you got to pay so much money, and I was like, what? I'm not I'm not doing that. So let me ask you a question, because something was posed to me a while ago. So I didn't really like the question. So if somebody's a guest in your home, does that mean they get a key to the house while they're there? So they're staying for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Do you give them a key to your house? Yes or no? Let's just do yes or no for now. Type in yes or type in no, and then we'll talk about maybe why or when and where you would give a key or how that would work. But if somebody is coming to your house to visit and they're here for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, do you give them a key to your house? So Triple says no. I say no as well. And I was questioned because it's as if I did something wrong. It's my house. But anyways, what do you guys think? If anyone's still here? I think maybe people are in multiple chats, but no, so they don't get a key, Renaissance grandma. Any men? I wonder if it would be a different answer for a man. Because I said no, Triple said no, Renaissance said no. Did I miss anybody? Let me check my phone. Sometimes the chat and the phone lags. Okay, I see. Okay, no, they can make a copy. Miss V. So all the women are saying no. Any men say anything different, or is the same answer? I guess if it's yeah, exactly. They can make a copy. So I did not give somebody a key. Is there a circumstance where you would give a key? Like if it was like, you know, your one of your siblings from out of town, or your bestie, or would you give them a key to, like, I know my house now has only one main door. At the previous place I was at, it had two doors, a main door and a side door. And the side door, if they copied the key, you could just change that lock more easily. But is there any circumstance where you would give somebody a key, somebody maybe close to the family or close to you? But I didn't give them a key, so I was questioned, like, oh, how are they gonna get in the house, and all kind of questions. Like, first of all, I was like, don't be questioning me in my own house. Like, maybe I was a bit rude, but like, you don't want to tell me how to run my house, because it's my house and it's my safety, and I don't trust you in my home unsupervised. Not like you're a child, but when I'm home, that's when you're home. If I'm not home, you go find something to do. If you're going out and I'm home and I have to go out, I'll text you that, okay, I'm going out. I won't be home till XX time, but you have to be let in the door by me. And generally, depending on the age of the person, if I'm going out, you have to go out too. Not with me, but you need to go find something to do. And you're not in my house while I'm not here, because I have a gas stove and some people don't know what they're doing. And next thing you know, you come back and the whole kitchen burned down, or whatever. So depending on the age of the person, it's like you got to go find something to do. Go for a walk, go to the mall, go to the, like, yeah. So I was getting a bit of attitude, as if, well, just foolishness. If I have to go out, I kind of let people know ahead of time. And that's what I did. I said, okay, on this date, I'm going to be out, because I have to, I'm not working from home that day. I gave them several days notice. On this day, I have to go to the office and go here, go there, and be in person to some meetings. You need to go find something to do. You need to be out of the house, because you're not being here unsupervised. Man. So I was wondering, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Because now you're wondering, like, okay, is it just me? But no, exactly. They could copy the key. And then some people, my friend has some of the locks that you have a wireless entry, so you can give somebody a code, and the code can be valid for the time that they're at your house. So you can make the code valid for 3 weeks. But the problem still remained. If I'm not home, they could have been home unsupervised, or just, and I don't necessarily want them. I have a lock on my bedroom. I do lock my bedroom door. So if there's somebody here that I'm iffy about, I do have a lock on my bedroom door. But yeah, a guest code, exactly. But the guest code gives them access to come and go as they please. Even that would be for an adult that I trust, because I have to be able to trust them to be able to not to burn the place down. If it's someone that's an adult, I can just lock my bedroom door and they can come and go as they please, because they're not going to be, the folks pick lock. Exactly. So I have on my door some bells to jingle so I could hear it. I know people have that post, that like a kickstand thing that they can kind of put. I haven't gotten one yet, but I am going to get one, because another friend had another problem. She could have sworn somebody came in her condo, because at a condo, the security guards have your keys, or they have a way to get, a master key. So they can come in at any time. Even though you locked your door, unless you have something else to keep the door from being open while you're in there. So she was like, I'm on the phone with her, and she's like, somebody came into my condo. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, that somebody opened the door. So I don't know if they opened the door, said, okay, this is the wrong door, and closed it back. But somebody came into her condo, and she was like, mm-mm. So then we were looking up that kickstand thing to use. But I think I should get one of those too, because you just don't know what people are doing. And I went to in the town where I went to go give my tenants the rental increase notice. That town is very diverse, and there's a lot of homelessness in the town if you drive around to different sides. And it was bad today. Like, they were, I guess, out in full effect. The weather's getting colder. They are finding, I guess, places to kind of hibernate and keep from the wind. Somebody was eating and having a picnic behind this building, and it's like, yeah. And the area that I'm talking about, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to give them a bad name, but there's a lot of heavy drugs, a lot of heavier drugs than just cigarettes and stuff, like heavy drugs. That was the first time I saw somebody, a girl in the alleyway, doing some of those vials of, like, I don't know if it's heroin or crystal. I don't know what these things are called, but those kind of things. I only take aspirin or those kind of, pills. I've never done anything that could be highly addictive. I never got into that. I just didn't want to be controlled by anything. So I just didn't try it. Not like I'm better than anybody else. If you get into that thing, it's very hard to get out. I just didn't want to get into something that I couldn't get out of. So that's what happened there. But a lot of people around, exactly, they could kick in windows when their mind is not is high on the substance. They can get very aggressive, and so I need something for the doors to be secured. I can't risk, because even as driving back there, I'm like, to get to the parking lot, I'm like, whoa, what's happening here today? And the person that's supposed to be like neighborhood watch, when we were leaving, they were at his door. So I don't know what he was watching or how he knows them, but something strange. But basically, the consensus is, if someone's at your house as a guest, you're not giving them a key to nothing. Exactly. I don't want people coming into my house, And even if I have a key, like somebody had a key to come here, adult, I have a secondary lock on the door that no one gets a key to. So once I'm home and I'm saying, okay, at X, whatever time, I'm locking up for the night, I lock up that extra deadbolt and that, hey, Gina, I lock that extra lock and deadbolt, and only I have the key to that. So if you come home past a certain time and you didn't let me know you're coming home past a certain time, you're locked up the house. That's how I do it, because I have to make sure I lock up at a certain time before I go to bed. I can't just leave the door. So sometimes if you let me know you're coming in like an hour after, I'll leave it. Hey, Erica, how you doing? I will get up and lock the door. I've had some experiences. I guess we're talking about security because this is where I'm going right now. I've had people come who are staying with me, a person, well, I'll say people, and more than one occasion, the key was left in the door. Twice I was already home. How did I figure it out? Somehow once the third time I came home after the person, so I saw the key in the door. The first two times, the first time it happened, when I left in the morning, the key was in the door. Hey, can't stop walking. The key was in the door. So that's why I was so glad I had that secondary deadbolt that only I have the key to, that nobody else. So that secondary bolt was locked. So if somebody did copy the key, which they probably didn't because it was still in the door, they couldn't get in with the second deadbolt. I talked to the person. Carelessness. This is the point. When you have people in your house who are careless. The second time it happened, I learned from the first time. So when I lock up for the night, I open the door to check there's no keys hanging in the door, lock the door back, lock the second deadbolt. The third time it happened, by this time I'm pissed, like pissed, because I said to the person, it was a male. I said, if somebody come in here to attack us, it's my pum pum on the line. They're gonna come in and assault me and rape me. I can't say that word on YouTube. They're gonna assault me. They're not gonna assault you. So I need to be careful. You can't be leaving the keys in the door, letting them just walk in. And the third time it happened, I didn't give them back the key. They had to go without the key for about a week and a half and be inconvenienced and have to wait till I come home to come home. And then after I gave them back the key, I'm not playing. I'm not talking to you 3 and 4 times. And when the third time when the key was in the door, the key, their work pass, their security pass for work, and the photo ID, the whole thing was just dangling on the door. So at this point, I said, what is the problem? Every minute they're texting or they're doing whatever and they're distracted. So I took away the privilege of having a key. So that's why now I'm very apprehensive of giving people a key to the house, because they'll do foolishness and put your security and your home at risk because they're just distracted by texting and Instagram and whatever they're doing. They're not taking the time to make sure that the door is locked and their key is inside with them, not hanging in the door. So has that happened to anybody here? You can type yes, type no. Have you had somebody leave the key in the door? And I know we've all had somebody, like even at my parents' house, when they get older, the key's in the door. So we have to start checking the door to make sure that the keys are not hanging in there. But in terms of just someone who's taking advantage, not being wise, just being negligent, have they left the key in your door? Or is it just happened to me? Let me know. Do your kids leave the key in the door? Do they get distracted and leave the key in the door? I don't know. I'll give you a minute to type, or let me know. Is it Erica saying, yes, my kids used to do that, or just leave the door open? What? So did you guys have a secondary deadbolt on your main entrance that wasn't the key that they had? That they didn't have a key for that lock. That was just when you get home, you lock it up, you make sure that you're double bolted. Did you guys do that as well? Because these are things that we have to talk about, because people don't even maybe realize that you don't have to give somebody a key. Hey, vision preparedness. You don't have to give people a key to your house. My parents, like my sister does not have a key to my house. She didn't need one. She had one for a bit when she was staying here, when her house was getting renovated, and she gave the key back. But my parents have a key to my house, and my sister has a key to their house. So if something happens, she can get here. My parents, they can get here. I have a key to my parents' house, but I'm not irresponsible. So, so that if something happens, which has happened, an ambulance had to be called, I can get in there. I'm not fumbling at the door. And my sister's house, she has that wireless lock. So I have my own individual code, so she can tell when I'm come in and come out. But I don't just walk into people's houses. Like, yeah, I have access, but I don't just walk in. I usually knock and say, like, I'm here. It's for emergencies. Let me see here. So Erica's kids used to do that. And was that in New York, Erica? Was that like probably New York, right? That happened. Run out, catch the bus, and never close. What? You know what? That happened to my sister recently, and she was pissed. Somebody left and got distracted and left the door wide open. Garage left open. Yeah, that happened to me as well. Somebody left my garage wide open, and if something was missing, who's going to pay for it? And I find some people that I've experienced, like to come to your house and act like their boss over your house. And yeah. Oh, New York. So you see that must have been like, yo, what are you doing? Oh, hold on. Let me see I'm not putting it on the screen. Sorry. I'm just but let me put it on the screen so people can keep up with hold on. I missed Tarsha said something. Hold on. My younger sister did when she was young and not lock the doors also. Yeah, I got told off for that because it's dangerous. I know our previous generations has grew up in a time where, oh, we could leave the doors open. Oh, we could just leave it. But most people are like, no. People have lost children, people got kidnapped by just that kind of thing. So let's make sure the doors are locked. I can turn my alarm remotely and cameras on my doors to alert me. I can see if there's a key in my. Okay, I'm gonna get that wireless one so that I can give my sister the code if there's an emergency. But other than that, if I have a grown adult staying here, they can have a code for while they're here, and once they leave, the code is expired. I like that feature so that if you tell me here for 5 days and you want to stay longer, your code's expires. It's time for you to go. But yeah, and also getting the I guess, do you have like what do you call that ring camera or whatever they call it? Is that what you have? And it sounds like cameras are getting more and more important because even today at the property that I was doing my side hustle, my cleaning at the Airbnb, they have cameras at the doors. There's 2 levels. Each level has a 2-bedroom apartment, and there's cameras at the door. When I punched in my code to clean, they're already saying, "Hey, you're there," like because it tells them that I punched in my code. Nobody else has my code, and it tells them when I came in. It tells them if I go in and out several times, which does happen because I do lock the door behind me when I'm, in there by myself because the other girl was upstairs. So we lock the door behind us. Oh, you have a Ring camera, Gina? Yeah, I think I don't have one, but after the for those of you who don't know, somebody dropped off a raccoon in front of my neighbor, pretty much in front of my house. Someone dropped off the raccoon in front of my house. I guess they caught it in one of those metal cages and decided to drop it off. If I had a Ring camera, I would have caught the plate or something to tell the city official, because when we were going through another complaint process, they couldn't believe it. And I had a witness, but none of us had a license plate. We had a description, but that could be anybody. Let me see what Erica's saying. So a lot of you who have the Ring camera, I think nowadays it's important. We have a Ring doorbell, and I could see everything. And I know you see on social media, kids will be talking to their parents who are like not dispatched, deployed. I'm saying dispatched. Oh my god, deployed overseas with the military, and they would like talk to the doorbell because their parent would see it on their phone and talk to them like that. That's kind of cute. But yeah, I think I need a camera, not because of I don't feel unsafe or anything, but you need to see what's going on and have some kind of recording of who's coming up to your property. I know over here we have like the gas meters read every couple of months, and they just come on your property and go to the back. They don't say they're coming, they just show up just to see who's coming and going back and forth. Who's at my parents' home, people were going around opening cars and stealing people's like change in the car, or even trying to start their cars and steal them. One guy next to my parents' house, the car got stolen off the driveway. We got a camera at their house a while ago onto the driveway because people were just going around trying to steal people's cars or vandalizing. So we got a camera at their house, but I haven't got one here. But I think it's time for me to. I have eyes in the sky. Okay. You must. You had a whole system on Triple Threat. I saw you're talking about some stuff, and you wouldn't talk about much because you had to keep it low key. But you have, I have nothing. You can see and hear. Oh yeah, you can hear. That's the reason why I didn't get one is because it's almost an invasion of privacy. Like back in the day, you'd go to somebody's house and you'd be outside fixing your teeth and you're doing whatever, and then they would only see you when they open the door. Now they're seeing you well before, and you're sitting here. Hey, Radio Jonesy, good to see you. I changed my time, so I think that's why you're here, because you're in Australia. No, New Zealand. I keep saying the wrong. Sorry, Jonesy, forgive me. I think it's New Zealand, right? So that's why, it's almost like an invasion of privacy, but I guess nowadays there is no privacy. Tarsha. Sorry, I know somebody named Tarsha. That's why you might hear me say it wrong. I know somebody named T.O. and you're T.A. So it's Tarsha. 7 cameras cover all directions. Yeah, I think you need that. You do need that because you don't know who's Okay, it is Australia. Okay, I was right the first time. Australia. I heard recently that people were stealing Kia cars. Don't know why. Kia cars? I don't know, but it must. Oh, there must be a part that they want. I know recently. Um, there's like a catalytic converter and stuff like that. People are taking. One lady got her car stolen outside of church. Her Honda Accord. She was in church, and when she left, we come out. There's no car. That was years ago, and you don't know after 20 minutes that car left the country, or it's in some kind of shipping container. So most of you guys have some kind of doorbell camera. And give me a second here. Gina is saying, I heard recently that, okay, the Kia, I don't know what's on the Kia car, but I'll look that up. I don't have a Kia, but certain cars are popular. And somebody I know, he had just bought a brand new BMW. And I don't know, within a week of him getting it, somebody stole it because the fob, there's a way that you can get the same frequency. They can mimic the frequency of your fob, and your car will just open for them. Talk on camera also. Tell thief to get off or be met with consequences or repercussions. Exactly. That's what happened to, I think, the lady on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, I watch that show sometimes. Sometimes you need some things just to watch. Oh, thanks, Vision, for reminding them to thumbs up. Hey, Black Soil. Wagwan. I saw your video the other day, but you didn't have one of the videos you had didn't have a comment. I couldn't leave a comment, so I couldn't tell you I was there. You had 2 videos fishing. Hey, Missouri Outlaw. Oh, if you guys don't know, you can type in #urban, and that will drop your link. So #urban. Doesn't matter if it's capital or lowercase. Just type it in periodically, and you can get your link dropped. Yeah, I saw your fishing video. I'm gonna start learning how to fish, but I couldn't leave a comment, so I've been there. Thanks for coming in, Black Soil and Randy. Good to see you. Okay, let's see what Kia cars are very easy to steal. That's why they are being stolen. Braking, steering column, and push button. These people do this for a living. This is what they do for a living. They steal cars. Yep, you got it, Black Soil. Perfect. Yep, there you go. And that's why I don't really spend a lot. I love your decorating. It looks like yeah, we have the exact same builder. He works all over the world. He's global. Get it? I got a very good deal. But yeah, I'm not scared or anything, but I do need to make sure I have more visibility. And when I mean visibility, that I can see things if I'm not home. I work from home now since the pandemic, and it's basically going to be permanent. They're not going back to an in-office model, which is great for me. Well, I kind of miss having the socializing because I do like to socialize. I did like to talk to people at the office, so I miss that. Hey, Queen Shar. Okay, something. Yeah, I'm watching the chat on my phone. Sorry if you see me looking down because sometimes it's faster there. But yeah, he bought a brand new BMW, and the fob, somebody cracked the frequency, cracked whatever. This is so fancy, I don't even know. And the car was gone. And I think he got coverage from the insurance company, but it's going to come a time when these insurance companies don't want to pay as much because even here, the flooding, my area floods easily. Excuse me if I burped. And they don't want to cover it because it's a high flood area. So you buy these cars, and when they get stolen, sometimes you don't get coverage. But yeah, and then somebody else, I would say a few months ago, if maybe a year now, but he had the car stolen from his driveway. And the thing that I learned from him, so I'll say this now if I can remember it exactly right, because it may help you. For some reason, I don't remember what he said, but I think what happened, I know what happened. So usually he would leave the garage door opener in, your visor in your car. And that particular day or night when he came home, he didn't put the car in the garage, number one. He did not leave the door opener in the visor. For some reason, he took it out. Didn't know why, but he took out the visor, the thing. And sometimes he said he was careless in locking the garage door because the assumption was you have to be able to get into the garage to open the door. I'm like, I want every door and window locked. That's just how I am. So thank goodness nobody, but they stole his I think it was a Lexus. They stole a Lexus, not long he had it, off of his driveway. And he lives in an affluent area. So no one's immune to this. And I think, sorry, before I go to the dealerships are also in on it. Yeah, because they know where you live. They know you just bought a car and you need to install a kill switch. And you can clone key fobs. Exactly. So they spent, I don't know how much a BMW is, what, 80 grand? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't have a fancy car. And Shar saying the whole neighborhood insurance premium. Yeah, we live in the same neighborhood, so we both know the insurance premiums have gone up through the sky. Living in my area and another area next door, they automatically increase your premiums because you're a high theft area, and one area is a high accident area. There are a lot of scams going on, people rear-ending you and bumper fender benders, and they realized it was a community effort to insurance fraud. So the whole neighborhood went up. Oh, so you have a kill switch on. I guess it's kill switch on your. Okay. I don't think anybody wants my car. I don't think my car makes all these real weird clangings and bangings. I don't think they're gonna be like, forget it. This car sounds too unstable. Let me just leave it right where I picked it up from. But so yeah, so those of you who leave your garage door opener on your visor, I know it's convenient, but I don't know, like, do you guys always park your vehicle in the garage, or do you sometimes park it on the driveway and you leave the door opener in the car? Let me know. Is that a good idea or that's not good? And do you lock every door, even your garage door? I worry more about my lawnmowers. People will steal them, eh? You think it's a joke? Somebody got their all their yard tools stolen. And you might think, okay, it's nothing valuable, but to go buy them back again, especially the gas ones, the ones that, like, the old time ones that work very well, it's not, hey G mama, it's very expensive. Like, I don't have to buy all my stuff again. My lawnmower, weed, but police don't bother to look. Yeah, they're not going to find the car. They're not going to find it. That car is gone. And some people have found the car because they have like a GPS or some kind of tracker, and they found the place where it was and they called the police. But I don't know the end result of that. Let me fix this cushion. I don't know the end result of that. Man, that sounds crazy, as we still leave cars unlocked and the back door is open most of the day. Here, there's not much crime. What? You leave your door open? I lock my car when I'm in the car at all times, because at any time someone can come and pull your door to come and try to come into your car. And those of us women who leave our purse on the passenger side while we're driving, like it's right over there so you can reach and get stuff when you're, in the drive-thrus or whatnot. If somebody just opens that door, your handbag is gone. So you cannot leave the door unlocked when we're driving. Wow. But so I think Triple's saying that she does not always leave the garage door opener in her car. Give me a second here. Gina's saying, I always park in the garage. If I'm not parked there, I do not leave my. Good. Okay. So that's just to make sure that we're all on the same page, because I don't have my garage door opener doesn't work, and I don't park in the garage anymore because it's packed up with stuff. I miss that because the car was kept warm all winter, but I can't have a growing area. I can't have it all. My truck stays locked in the barn. Oh, yeah. And when you're driving, guys, you guys are locking the doors, right? Like, especially the women. Well, I guess all of you, but especially me. We don't bear arms over here. So while you're driving, your door is locked. When you're going to go, for those of you who still go inside and pay for your gas, your doors are locked. I don't leave it to second chance because people are there waiting. I have 20 grand in mowers. You have me thinking of putting something. Some people do this as a business, and those lawnmowers and those equipment are part of their business. And it's very inconvenient to have to go and buy those things again. And I know some people who've gotten their equipment stolen. People will steal anything because they want to sell it. They don't care. They don't care what it is. Oh, the weather in Columbus, 21 degrees Celsius. That's about what it is here, 21. So you'll see me in my long sleeves from now on. Yeah, so I'm always on the driveway. And Queen Shar is in my neighborhood, and her car got stolen off of her driveway as well. That's another person. She went outside. I don't know when, she must be in the morning, and the car was gone. And she never got it back. My doors auto lock when the car. Okay, good. That's a good. I have an old school car, and way back in the day before I got a car, good idea. I'll remove my garage door opener when I'm parked. Yeah, just because you're home and people know you're home, and when you're in a deep sleep, you think you're gonna hear something and you may not hear it. You may not. My car is old school, so the first old school car that I had, my door doesn't lock. Not my car. My car is older school. And the car before that, I used to drive my sister's car before I got my own. This is way back. So she had the Honda Civic hatchback, the 5-speed one that did not have manual steering. You know, the one that you had to really crank the steering wheel? That's why to this day my arms are stronger than most, because I had to crank that steering wheel. And, changing gears, moving the clutch, it was a whole thing. You couldn't, hey, gamer bro. And yeah. And it didn't have power windows either. You had to crank the windows down manually. So someone was coming to the passenger, you had to reach over and crank the windows, a whole thing. And then the window would freeze shut, and you're in the drive-thru, you had to open the door and pay. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, hey, Six Bows. So what happened? Oh, somebody was coming up, and that car, if you know what I'm talking about, did not have a passenger side mirror. It had a driver's side mirror and the rear view mirror. It did not have the other mirror. So this is going way back where you had to turn your head. You had to look, 10, 20, whatever they say, and look make sure things are. And that someone was coming up from the back, and I locked the car. But I had to reach over and lock the door. It wasn't like a mechanical system. You could just press a button. I had to reach over and lock the car, and I locked it just in enough time. So from those days, before I had the power lock feature, make sure your doors are locked. People are coming from behind you and trying to either get in your car and steal stuff, or they're trying to do some harm. You don't know what's going on in people's heads. You don't know. And at nighttime, especially, and you're coming home alone, and that's before we had cell phones. I didn't have no cell phone. You're out and about, and you're just living your life and going out. You're going to clubs, you're going to dances, you're going to university, you're living your best life. There's no cell phone. I think I had a pager. I'm aging myself. You guys know my real age now. I had a pager. Who's going to help me with a pager? And my first phone was that Motorola brick phone. Weighed like 5 pounds. Anyways, let me go through. But yeah, from those days, I had to make sure the door was locked, because that's before you had, backup. Oh, I'm doing great. How you doing today, gamer bro? So Queen Charlotte said, yes, that's why I drive an old school car. No one want exactly. So they stole the car from our driveway. Like, these people are brazen. Hello, Six Bows. I got you, but let me just make sure I put you up there. And let me see here. I had a car with no power. Okay, Gina. Oh my God, my arms were buff because. And then some of the guys would be like, "How do you drive this car?" I'm like, because they're used to the power steering. Nope. I had manual steering and a gear shifter. My car that I have now is my first automatic car. only because I was getting tennis elbow and it was really bothering me. But now I miss the stick shift. It kind of made driving more. There was just more than pressing the gas. There was more happening. You had to be more alert. I don't like automatic. I'm gonna go back to the manual. Driveway alarms. I always wake up when okay, I don't have one. So good tip. I need to start, having just having some more sensors or Hey, Miss AKA lady. And for those of you who have channels, content creators, type in #urban and your link will be dropped by Nightbot. So just drop it throughout the chat. And today I'm at a different time because I was busy this morning. Busy. I live down in the cuff and you have to be, yeah. We call it in the cut, but yeah, in the cuff. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Yaz Heart. Good evening. I prefer manual. Yeah, I prefer manual. I miss it. I miss that. I don't know, like that lull that you can kind of make it go rock back and forth smooth. I was smooth with it. Yeah, just type in #urban and drop your link. So I'm just thinking today because I went to the different properties. Everything is well lit, especially at night. Some lights are on around the clock. There's cameras at some of the properties, but my own primary residence, I don't have those things in place. I do have my cutlass and I have a cricket bat, and I'm getting another cutlass for the car because I was watching for those Black Guns. Black Guns did a video. I think most of you may have watched it, maybe not, about his car bag, like what's in his vehicle. So I watched the video and I took notes, and there's a couple of things that I'm like, oh, I don't have that. I have a kit that you have like the jumper cables and that kind of stuff. And I have a shovel in the wintertime because I'm in the cold. So I've had to shovel my way out of parking lots before. So I do carry a shovel during the wintertime, a box of cat litter. That's an old school trick to keep the weight. But there's things I don't have in my car that I should really have. So I watched this video to make sure, how to patch a tire. He mentioned even fuses. I need to make sure I have extra light bulbs, like headlights and replacement bulbs in my car. I shouldn't wait till it goes out and then I'm running to the store to get one bulb. That's me. I get one bulb, I change it, and then, so I should have a few things. Yeah, the video. Hey, Tori's Brain Games. Did you do your pop-up today? I didn't see you. I didn't see the pop-up. Yeah, I took some notes, and I'm going to be purchasing some of those things because I'm working on my I guess my bug out bag, or my which is really a car bag. It's going to be the same bag. I work from home, so my bug out bag is my car bag. If I'm going on the road, I'll put that bag in my car, and when I come back, or it can stay in my car. And if I have to go on foot, just go on the driveway, take my bag out. Hopefully no one stole it, and go about my business. And he had a knife, some other knives and cutlasses in there, or machete. You guys call it machete. What else? He had even spray to spray the hole in the tire to stop it from leaking. I don't know, just a whole myriad of stuff. Watch the video because I was like, that's a good video. So if you have nothing in your car, you don't even know where to start of what could happen if you're on the road in terms of, your tire going flat or something where you need to wait for a tow. You gotta have a get home. Yeah. I have some snacks in my car. I have, I keep water in the car only in the winter. I don't like my water. Well, this is my reasoning. I don't like a water bottle, the plastic bottles like these. Let me cover up the name. These in my car in the hot sun. That makes the plastic leach into my water. So in the wintertime when it's cool, I'll leave that in the car to keep cool. Mind you, it's going to turn into a block of ice, so that's not going to help me. But I don't like to keep water in my car. Hey, badass, for that reason. I don't know if there's another product I can buy or maybe a can, but I just don't like the idea of hot in a hot car. Nah, I'll probably do it late tonight or tomorrow. Okay, I'll look out for it then. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on my get home bag, or just if somebody gives me attitude in the parking lot, I'll just pull out my machete and just start, no, just joking. Allegedly, I would do that. So I'm working on, so let's just talk about that, because maybe you have ideas of what's the best things to buy, but that video for me was a good video. So, and I think somebody else had a video. I think Vision had a video too about, it came on my feed, an older video about, get home bag. So just take a look at these videos, guys, and just get yourself together, get your supplies together, so that you can have, even, I think in the States and even here, there's been times where there's like a blizzard or something, and then everyone had to just pull over, and you were pulled over for hours. You couldn't see anything. It was just a complete whiteout. And somebody I know, it happened, and their spouse passed away because I think they either came out the vehicle. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him. I'm not going to ask him that. Or the tractor trailer hit the vehicle. But the point is, my friend's dad said, don't come out the vehicle. If you can't see, they can't see. So you keep your behind in the vehicle, or you just keep moving at a very slow pace, and so that if you do hit somebody, it's at like 40 kilometers an hour, 30. Just keep rolling very slowly. Hey, Lashes, don't stop, because over here that has happened. You couldn't see, just white back and forth snowflakes. You don't even know. But if you stop and you stop moving, your car is going to freeze over, your windowshield's going to freeze. Like, that's it. And if you're not prepared to stay there the night, keep moving. So that's what happened. Let me see what I missed here. Oh, someone said, hold on, give me a second here, you guys. The chat was moving, I wasn't watching it. I think, okay, so that was Tori's going to go tomorrow tonight. And Lashes is back. Yeah, Lashes, I was talking to you in Triple when I started the live, and I'm dropping the link, and then I didn't press the live button. Like, today I'm off. I'm just like totally off. Yes, retractable baton. I have a cricket bat because I think that seems to work over here. People like a good old cricket bat. Just been running around all day too, man. Badass, running around. Saturdays is your only day to get stuff done, and so I'm glad you guys popped in. I appreciate it, because I know, like, Saturdays is one day off, or just spend time with the family. So I have a bug out. Okay, good for you, Sixpose. Yes. I don't have a bug out bag. I was talking to, I'm talking, telling you big story. And I'm like, hold on a second here. Why are they replying? Why are they typing it? Like, I'm asking you, why is she typing nothing? Didn't press the live button. Foolishness. Today was just pure foolishness. Because when I came and did the live and you saw me drop the link, I just came in the door. Just came off the highway, go get my car, drive home, and sit down, and I'm like, why are they replying when they talk? And I'm talking at least 5 minutes. I said, okay, hold on, ladies, I want to get some water. I get the water, come back. I'm like, they just sit. Yeah. Anyways, we're just talking about general safeties for the winter. Over here, we have to have snow. Well, that's a lie. You don't have to have snow tires, but I do have snow tires because it came with this vehicle. This is the first time in life I have ever had snow tires. You don't need them if you know how to drive properly, and you know how to, but this has made my life so much easier. Before I had a 5-speed manual shift, I would just gear down and I would pull the car and slow it down, and I wasn't slipping and sliding. But with an automatic vehicle, I don't think you can drive an automatic vehicle and not have snow tires. That's just my opinion. No matter how careful you are, when you press the brakes and your tires stop spinning, your car just slides. At the stop sign, at the traffic lights, your car just keeps sliding. You don't have as much control. With a 5-speed, I didn't need snow tires. I controlled the speed, the engine, with my gear shifting. And I've never been in an accident. Thank God. And knocking on wood, I've never been in an accident. The only accidents I've had have been in parking lots, because when I was first driving, I could not park good. I was the worst at parking. Hey, FR Humphrey. So it was like foolishness. Like you go too close, your door lit the car, you're reversing, and it was never a real accident. So yeah. But snow tires, if you live in a cold climate, I'm loving the snow tires. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. I think your name was Derek. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's Darren or Derek. I just can't remember right now. I have a Sub-Zero sleeping bag in my 18-wheeler. Oh yes, my cousin was a trucker, and he had that, and I think he had a mini heater. He had a mini heater, and he had all kind of stuff because he had a little fridge in there. It was, yeah, just in case. He did that for many years. Um, but now he's in law enforcement. But yeah, so lock your doors when you're in your vehicle. Look in your mirrors, see what's happening behind you, because it does help you see what's happening. It will save your life. Um, Darren, okay, Darren. Okay, thank you. I was close. I was like, is it Derek or Darren? Darren. I had to like think of a rhyme to remember people's name. Okay, okay. Um, so this is where all the cool YouTube celebrities hang out? No. Nah. We're just hanging out before we go to I think it's Nikki's tonight, the chat. So I tried to slide in beforehand because I missed my early morning live because it was just on the road. I was on the road at 6:30 and out doing my stuff. But that's what happens. You have to just work. You work hard now so you can have an easier life later, and that's just the way it is. And it's a nice drive. Niagara Falls is a nice drive. It's nice to get out of the house. But I'm certainly here all the time. I work from home, so taking a drive out of the way is not so inconvenient because you do want to get out and see what's going on, see the new buildings, just and see the fall colors, the leaves changing color. I'm gonna do a video though. The next time I go, I'm gonna just do a video. Oh, hey Planter! I see someone saying hi to you. Hey Planter Garden. You never had snow tires, but do you have a truck? I didn't have a truck. I had a regular car. That's probably why. I was named Darren Stevens on. Oh. But and Planter's going live tonight. I saw you post it, Planter. I think it's 10 o'clock. But I don't know if I'm gonna be up, man. I think I'm gonna be in bed. But I'll play you while I'm in bed because I'm tired. I've been up since 5:30, on the road since 6:30. So I need to get some sleep. But just talking about being safe in these streets. So yeah, when you're driving, lock your doors. Don't assume that people can't just come up on you unaware. A lot of us are distracted, like either your phone, even if you're on a Bluetooth, you're just not as alert as you used to be. So just make sure your doors are locked. For me, when I'm in park, I don't like it when people. I've told off some people. People like to approach you and beg in parking lots, which is fine. But I don't like when people come behind me. So if you ever see me in these streets, don't come behind me, please. Don't come behind me because I don't know how I'm going to react. I might just swing my arm. Like, don't come up behind me. Come up where I can see you from a distance, and like we make eye contact, and then don't come up behind me and say, "Oh, no." I just get ignorant. I don't even play around because that's how people get jumped. And then people come in the parking lot at night and approach you as a woman by yourself. No, I don't care if you have a real need. Nope. The answer is no. And I just get right to my car and lock the door because I'm here alone. I'm loading up my groceries or whatever I'm doing. But mind you, that doesn't happen anymore because I don't go out at night anymore. But sometimes, I was working night shift. I was working weird shifts and my shopping time was at night. So I don't like when people are approaching me. Oh, you're watching football. But oh, you have 3 cars. How do you have listen, when people have 3 cars, it's like when Jamaicans have 3 phones. They have all kind of wheelings and dealings going on. Okay, Lashes is saying she's sub to your heart. And I hate driving. Yeah, I don't like driving in the snow. I don't mind driving when the snow is finished, but when it's coming down, it can be very difficult. It can be. And a 20-minute drive can take you an hour and a half sometimes. So you have to be ready for that drive and be able to get out the car and clean the windows sometimes because they've frozen over. Whoops, hold on. Let me see what he's Darren saying, watch out pulling up at certain stop signs. It's exactly. You don't stop, you roll, right? You just keep moving. You keep moving. And one time, I don't know if I told you guys before, I was pulled over by a police officer. I was coming home either from a clubbing or from when I became of age. So my parents, brought me up in the church. But when you get to a certain age, it's like, come on, we have to go explore and see the world. Anyways, and I was either going to a club, something, or a lounge or some kind of something. I'm coming home at like 1, 2 in the morning. I usually leave places at 2 in the morning. I don't stay past 2. For some reason, that's my cutoff time. I like to be on the road before the place shut down, which is 3. That's when they stop serving the liquor or whatever. And the police pulled me over because, mind you, the ticket was thrown out because it was my fault, but there was no way that anyone could see that sign. So it says no right turn on a red light. And I turned right so I could, if you know Toronto, I came off of a street called Spadina. Spadina is right before the Gardiner Expressway to leave Toronto. You either go to Toronto back to the west side or you can go further east to the boroughs. So I left Spadina, which is right where we call it the ACC. Well, no, it's not. What's it called? It was called the Sky Dome then, Sky Dome. And now they have like Rogers Center and the NBA and all the different stuff is there. And the Ripley's Aquarium. So if you've ever been to Toronto, that's the area. It says, do not make a right turn on a red light. But the sign wasn't at the intersection. It was across the street. At each part of the street is 3 to 4 lanes. So 4 lanes and 4 lanes. So 8 lanes of traffic and the sign's over there. Who's going to see that sign over there? At night at 2 in the morning. The cop was hiding somewhere, pulled me over. And it's like pointing to me to pull over down some dark street. Do you think I was bored yesterday? I don't care what badge you're wearing. I'm not driving down no dark street by myself and no cars passing because I made a traffic infraction. Hell to the no. No. So I pulled over somewhere under the street light. Under here, there, broad open. So anything happened to me, people will see me. And I think there was a camera there. So he was like, oh, you didn't pull over where I told you to pull over. Do you not see what time it is? Do you not see that I'm a woman by myself? And this is before a cell phone. Like that advice was the most ridiculous advice I've ever heard in my life. You as an officer should not be telling a woman to be pulling over down some dark. Well, no. I said no. Give me the ticket. Give me the ticket. Just give me the ticket so I can go home. Give me the ticket. Write it up right now. I'm not gonna argue with you. Give me the ticket. Give me my license, my insurance, my blah 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 blah. I'm gonna write the ticket and give me the ticket. And taking long, Why do you think it's so long to write the ticket? Came back, gave me the ticket, give me my documents. Something told me to check all my documents before I drive off. And I'm thinking, something's missing. So I put everything back and I'm like, I'm missing my insurance. Now I had to come out the car. So I came out the car and I tap on his window from a distance and have my both hands visible because you don't know how these people are. Tap, tap, tap. And I said, you have my insurance. Oh yeah, it was in his visor and gave me the insurance. Because he's not going to drive off until I drive off. That's how it works. I guess everywhere. He's not going to drive. So he's probably like, well, what's taking so long? But if I leave and get pulled over again with no insurance, that's another ticket. And who's going to believe that, oh, Officer A pulled me over on Spadina and now Officer B in Peel region now, not Toronto. Like there's different regions. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, right, lady. Yeah, sure. Another ticket. So I said, I'm not leaving here until, hey, Shay Love, I'm not leaving here until I get so he gave me my thing and I drove off. And then I went to the court, fought the ticket. They threw it out because the sign was not visible. And when I go back in the area a few weeks after, maybe 6 months after, there was a bigger sign and it with lights and an arrow showing, X, like no turning on a red. And when it's not red, it's right away, it'll turn and say you can turn. It's much clearer now. You can see it. You're about to, yeah. Great advice. I don't know which advice because I but something I said. Yeah, black ice is dangerous. Black, and you guys don't have the city salting the roads and stuff because it's a warmer climate, so you don't have that. So yeah, that could take your car right out. And even that, I've spun out a couple of times, and you have to know how to keep your cool because it's a very scary experience when your car is just doing whatever it wants to do. Your car is fishtailing, swimming, and spinning around. And so I was told how to, like, turn out of it. Don't press the brake. If you do, just pump it. Don't keep your foot on the brake because then your tires pump. There's techniques. Ask people who are, driving instructors. And I lost control. I went over the curb, but I didn't hit a tree. I didn't hit nothing. The people then were like, how did that even happen? I go, well, obviously God. But, keeping calm. I was like, okay, I'm like, Lord, help me, Lord. And I'm going through and making sure. And I'm like, just keeping my cool, but like, Lord, take over the vehicle because I obviously have no control. And then I got on the curb. I didn't go in the ditch, thank God. And then I just spent a minute. I'm like, okay, just whew. Sent a word of praise, and then I reversed, got back onto the road, and then went about my way. But the vehicle I was driving was rear wheel drive, and I hate rear wheel drive. There's no control at all. Yes, get out and breathe. Yes. And I was okay. But you have to keep your calm. So those in the South who not used to that, you have to learn techniques because even though you spin out, you can still kind of steer away from like light posts and trees and anything that would cause more damage. You can still, try to not hit those things. I got pulled over in my own driveway one night coming home from work. My scrubs got me off. How do you get a ticket on your driveway? Isn't that private property? That's what I understood because they tried that over here. But when you hang around people who are so kind of shady and they know the law so that they don't get in trouble, they're like, nope, we're on private property. You can't do that. That's where I learned. God, okay, take care, for Humphrey. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. And take care, Trent. Good to see you. Let me see if I'm up to date. I'm a bit behind, but not too bad. I have 2 cars. All moms should have more than one vehicle. Okay. Hey, Marlon. I don't have more than one. How do you have more than one? I have, but what I'm thinking of maybe is getting my motorcycle license or something and having a bike because that's more affordable as a second summertime. Second mode of transportation. You have to keep your eyes on being followed home, especially as a woman. I have 12-pound sledgehammer waiting for you at my garage. Yeah, that's true. I've out of caution, I've turned down different streets, going around and around and all over the place, just to make sure that nobody was behind me. And what my friend taught me is she lives alone, but even though she lives alone, whenever she leaves, she has a cat. She had a cat, and she would, let's just say the cat's name was Marcus, because no one here named Marcus. So Marcus, whenever she would leave, she would, okay, Marcus, have a good day. I'll see you later, hon. She's talking to her cat, If she went back to the house, she forgot. Oh, Marcus, it's just me. I'm just getting my whatever. Okay, I'll see you later, Marcus. Loud, like she says it loud so people can hear her. Just in case people are walking by and they're hearing, they now think that there's a man named Marcus living in her house. I think Triple Threat mentioned putting men's shoes somewhere. Same thing. Somebody else told me that as well. Leave a pair of man's shoes at the work boot or something at the door. Somebody who's throwing up boots, take the boots and have them there. These things help deter people. especially when you have like, I don't like having tradespeople in my home alone. So if someone's coming to do something in my house and I don't know them, fix a dishwasher, fix, I don't know, whatever, and I don't know you, somebody else has to be here with me because I don't know you. And you're in my home and you could do whatever you want, really and truly, because you're in my house and I don't have a way to protect myself. So I make sure that somebody comes over while they're here. Otherwise, you're not doing the service. People that I know, I'm okay, but not new people. No. Um, yeah, work boots at the door, especially a lady like so your wife there. I'm sure you well, you live there obviously, but she makes sure that the boots are there because if you're not home for a couple of days, there's little things that people know. All right, a man lives here. I pulled up in my driveway and the cop turned his flashers on and said that I ran a stop sign at the end of my block. But from what I understand, once you something happened to my friend. This is in Canada though, so maybe it's not the same and in the States. But so they said he did something. He kept driving because it was like around the bend onto a plaza, and oh, you did X, Y, and Z. I'm on private property. I'm on private property, so you can't approach me. You can't say nothing. Now they have red light cameras and ways to like take a photograph of your plate and the time and if you ran the light. So now it happened to me. They said I ran a light and I could see the flash. The flash was so bright. On a bright sunny day, that flash was bright and it took a picture of your two pictures, one of your plate and one of the vehicle. So I had to fight that ticket. I had to still pay, but they lowered the charge and I didn't lose points on my license. But if they didn't get a video or a photograph of you and you went right onto private property, they can't say nothing to you. They can't give you a ticket. If they catch you running a red light or a stop sign, that happened to me as well, and you're still on the road, you have to pull over. But he had turned right into the plaza and they couldn't. So on your driveway, I'm wondering, that's the same, that's private property. So what I did over there is he said, she, mind you, they're going to believe the cop. But yeah. Yeah, just to be safe, just be safe. And if you have tips, just drop them in the chat because this is the point. You've had certain experiences that I haven't had. Let's share them so that we can make sure that we're all safe and teach our, other friends, people who have children who are older and are out to make sure that they're okay. So most of our time is in the car. And I wish you were that stupid to mess with me. Oh yeah. A friend of mine got a DUI in his driveway. What? So maybe you have to check because exactly I'm in Canada and there's something about private property. Michigan. Okay. So maybe they have a right to, I want to check that though. I'm just curious because even though when I'm in the States too, I want to know because when I'm in the States, I don't like getting pulled over. So I always try to keep the speed limit and follow all the rules because I don't want to get pulled over and have to deal with that. But I pulled in the driveway. Okay. Okay, I think I already read that part. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, how can we be safe? So make sure your doors are locked when you're driving. Even if you're if you have to like take a phone call or do something in your purse or whatever, pull over off into a parking lot, do what you're doing, and then get back on the road. Don't be distracted. I like to keep my phone. I keep my phone in the front, but I don't I'm not texting. I'm not doing none of that. I may press like talk and speakerphone so that it's like wireless, but I'm not really talking on the phone. I'm driving. I don't like to keep on the phone. I like to just say, okay, a quick, okay, I'm on my way. I'm running late, or I'll see you in a bit. But I'm not having a full conversation unless I'm doing a long distance driving and I need help keeping awake. But other than that, I want to just focus on what I'm doing. I want to be able to be seeing what's happening around me. to make sure that no one's coming up on me. I've been driving and I've seen people driving up behind me, like getting really close or getting like they're gonna hit me, and I had time to change lanes or something, because you have to see what's happening around you. Michigan, and then there's Massachusetts. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, because sometimes I've been watching people get approached by the police, and they have known their rights, and the police had to stand down. They couldn't go any further. They couldn't charge them because they're on private property. So, but if you did something wrong, I think they may have a right, but I'll check, because you got to know what's going on. But any other tips, guys, for safety and like winter safety, and home? So like we talked earlier, I think most of you have the ring light. Most of you have some kind of cameras on the external. Do you have cameras in your house? I'm not a fan of that. Maybe only in the common entrance, but I don't want cameras in my house watching. Like, let me know. Put a yes, yes for cameras indoors, or no for cameras indoors. And maybe only the front entrance, but I don't want cameras up. I don't want to see. No, people can hack into the camera. Why do I need to see what I'm doing in my house? If I'm in my house, I'm in my house. I don't think I need to have cameras watching what's going on when I'm not home. Yes, I was talking about that earlier. I'm going to look at that, door jam bars. I think that's a basic thing we can all get that could actually really save us from harm. So I'm going to get that. And when I lock up, I don't have camera. Yeah, I don't. Hey, Cottonwood Ranch. My living room. Okay. Why your living room, if you don't mind saying? Don't go into detail, because you have to watch your own security. But does that make you feel better to know that if someone's in the house that shouldn't be there, the living room is a place that they might have to pass through, and you could take action accordingly? Oh, you're saying, okay. Give me a second here. No cameras in the home. Okay, Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, because I'm on Amazon every week buying all these little things that you guys are recommending that are affordable, and like each week buying a few things, because I need to make sure. My wife is always in the living room, so I check on her at night. So she's there at night too. my ex wanted to have a camera. I said, no. If you want to check on me, you call me, or FaceTime or WhatsApp. I don't want a camera in the house. It's just, I don't know. I just don't feel. Especially sometimes you just want to walk around in your underwear or whatever. You're home. You're in your, and then someone's hacking into the camera. Because I don't know if you guys have seen on the news in the States, CNN or one of them big networks, the family had cameras in the kids' room. I don't know why, because to me it's like their privacy, because if they're changing and getting dressed, like, so somebody hacked into the camera and was talking and saying, giving the kids instruction, telling them to do stuff. And then the kids like, to the parents, someone's talking in the camera. And of course they thought at first, this kid's talking some foolishness. This kid's talking, talking ridiculous. And when they came and checked, somebody was talking in the camera. So I don't know what they did, but the cameras got hacked. So cameras in the house, fine, but not in private quarters. Bedrooms, bathrooms, even the kitchen, I think it's, for me, off limits. The front common entrance, so I know who's coming in and out. But in like my living quarters, no. I don't care how. I'm not doing it. If they've gotten so far in the house, they've already gotten too far. So the camera's not going to help me. I don't know. Let me see what Marlon's saying here. Give me a second here. Whoops. Button to the button. So he's in Jamaica right now, and I don't turn on my outside lights because it helps thieves by showing them. Exactly. When I'm in Jamaica, I do the same thing. You do the opposite. But instead, I put nails on board for them. Yes, I don't blame you. When I was in Jamaica, that's been a couple of years. I hope to go there, if not end of this year, beginning of next year, because I haven't been back in a while. But When I'm in Jamaica and I'm walking up my road, it's a private road to go up to the house, and it's a long road. I used to have a flashlight, and my brethren said to me, "Yo, don't put on the light. If you don't know where you are, shine the light for a second to kind of see and turn it off. You must walk in the dark, because if you have the light on, them can see where you are along the path. And if them text set for you, them can be there waiting." And so he goes, "Don't put the light on to let them know how far where you are. Just you get used to walking in the dark and feeling the footing and knowing where you are." So that's exactly it. That's good advice, because it's different in different countries. In the islands, you can't be showing bright lights and showing everybody, "Here, come over here." You need a camera in the house so no one steals your your baby grand. Well, they can take it. You can have it. You can take it. I'm not gonna. They can. By the time they take that piano, if the lights are off, I turn the main alarm on. If she is knocked out on the couch, I'd okay. So you're not in your truck watching her sleep, which would be fine because it is your wife, so you can do whatever you want. But I have to get the door alarm. So hold on a second here. Listen here. That is something I would say you need to talk to your wife about, because yes, you are activating the alarm, but if she's home and you're not there, the alarm should have been activated before she went to lie down or doze off. So to me, I'm not being presumptuous or rude, but you need to maybe remind her, because if you suppose you forget to do it by some distraction, suppose you're trying to do it and it won't connect. Suppose something happens. She needs to be in the routine of making sure when you're not home to make sure the place is locked up, because she's relying on you to do it. So that may not be a good practice, but that's a good thing that you're doing to make sure that everything is locked up before you go about your business. Let me see what I'm on the road 9% of the time. Yes, I understand that, but I'm just concerned now. I'm like, she needs to make sure that she locks up before, like, if you're home early and you're not going out for the day, like if I'm home at 3:00 and I'm not going out again, everything's locked up. There's no point of me not locking it or waiting till I go to bed. It doesn't make sense. I lock up everything at 3:00 or 4:00. If I do go back outside to do something in the garden, obviously I'll open it back, do what I'm doing, come back, lock it up again, because I got into the routine of doing it so that I don't forget to lock up. And if somebody comes home after me, I had to get into the routine, because I'm the boss of my house. I'm divorced, so I have to make sure I get up and make sure it's locked. I cannot put that on somebody else, because they're not going to be as diligent as I am. So that's what I'm saying. Because it's important. I love how your accent comes out more when you are intense. They always say A, but I'm not that Canadian. They think I'm like Canadian. Cameras are a good investment. You can watch your house when you're anywhere in the world. Exactly. And I do want a camera, but I do not want. The only thing I would do is if I'm not in the country and the house is empty, I may be able to put up like a pop-up cameras in the house. But once I'm back and like in my house, anything inside is taken down. I don't want people seeing what I'm doing in the house. They shouldn't have gotten into the house in the first place. The external stuff should have either turned them away or made them change their mind, but they shouldn't have gotten to the house in the first place. I don't want to watch anything personally, and I don't want people logging in and watching me. As I said, the common area, Darren said the living room. Yeah, maybe my living room could have a camera, but not anywhere else. I don't think, like your children's bedroom. I think any alarm in your kid's bedroom should be the window, because if somebody's coming into your house, like the perimeter should be alarmed. The windows, if anyone opens the window, something goes off. I don't know, but like when they're living in their bedroom, that's like a private area, and I don't think they should have that on video, or somebody being able to access access. Okay, so he's saying he double checks. Okay, good. He double checks. So she's pretty good at locking up. Because I've messed up a few times myself, and it's like, yeah, it's a scary feeling. I let nothing hope in my dogs. Oh yeah, I know you have your dogs, and my uncle in Jamaica has a cow, and that cow will come like a dog. That cow will kick down anybody who comes up onto the property, kick them down. And let me, so yeah, just be cautious, guys, because we're in different times. Depending on where you are, I don't worry about thieves. They are more worried about me. My house is booby trapped like a Rambo movie. You see, in Jamaica, you could do that because it's not like here where they can sue you. But in Jamaica, trust me, things I do things different over there. Different. If you come into the house, you're leaving in a bag. I can say that. But here, if they even come into your house, let me pause 1 second and get my charger. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I see the warning coming on. Let me get my charger. I didn't realize I was going so long. What time did I come on here? Almost 5. Let me So it's 6:20. When did I start? Almost 5. So okay. Don't want to go on too long. I want us to go and watch support the other show. Give me a second here. Yeah, so you can do things different, but over here in the States, they have so much rights. Only outside cameras. Okay, so yeah. Cameras do scare thieves. And let me see. If I had a camera in my bedroom, who sorry, whoever looked at it would be in horror from the we were talking in somebody's live. I can't remember who, and people have all these fetishes. They want to just, you don't know what people. People are weird. People are weird. But yeah, I don't like the idea of a camera in the bedroom and the bathroom and those kind of places. But the front entrance, yes, because if my outdoor camera can't capture who actually got in and out, I don't mind the front entrance having a camera so I can see who's, in and out. But other than that, no. But yeah, people put cameras in every room because they want to feel safe. But to me, it's you're not giving safety. You're giving people more access to watch you. I don't think you're any safer. I think they shouldn't be in your house in the first place. So do whatever you can to not let them get in your house. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna have to get a camera. And I do want a camera for the back because I have all these wild animals. I think nowadays it's very difficult to protect or patrol your property, especially if you have a big acreage. Like you have 100 acres, 50 acres, like you have a big property. You can't be, even if you go around and patrol it, drive around it every day, you don't know what people are doing when you're back in the house. You don't know. So you can't leave it to chance. You need to make sure, especially like if you have livestock, some people steal livestock. Some people help themselves to whatever's on your, you have to make sure that you can have eyes all over the place. And cameras are the way to go. And depending on your circumstances and the weather and all that stuff, you're going to need to have something that's can record without the Wi-Fi if the power chips out or whatever happens. You have to just make sure that your surveillance is not interfered or hindered by lack of internet or lack of power. So I'm going to work on that because I don't have that. And most people on my street, I do when I go for walks, I do see some people have a camera, and it does put you on your P's and Q's. Let me drop the link if anyone wants to pop up for a bit because I'm going to go on for a bit longer and then leave some time for I did my laundry already, so that's good. It's a snack or something. I think I have it pinned, So yeah, if you want to come up, guys, you guys can come up. But yeah, cameras scare people because it even scares me. Like when you're passing by someone's house and they're have a camera, even though you're not doing anything wrong, it just puts you like, okay, I'm being watched. Like if you were gonna spit on their sidewalk, you're not gonna spit there. If you're gonna throw garbage on their lawn, you're gonna change your mind. If your dog's taking a crap, you're gonna make sure that you clean it up because you're on camera. So it does change people's behavior, but really and truly, you shouldn't be doing that anyways. Your behavior should be the same whether you're being watched or not. But it does, and even those porch pirates, people are stealing people's packages. A lot of us are getting Amazon deliveries. For me, it's not that bad because I'm home working, so I can hear the truck or they ring the bell and I go get my package right away. It's not left out there. In the evening when I have the late deliveries, like 8 o'clock at night, they could steal them, but I haven't had a bad incident yet. And the lady downstairs, if I'm not home, she'll put the package in the garage for me, or she'll put it in her apartment and let me know that she has a package because she don't want it just left out there to be stolen either. Or even that's the weather, because sometimes the delivery person leaves it out in the open elements and not under the overhang part, and you come back and your package is all wet and damaged. So it's good for many things. And do any of you guys have dash cams? Do you guys feel that you need to be recording when you're driving? And not for like social media, not for like your YouTube or whatever, but like for, I don't know, to protect you from false claims or accidents. I don't know. Do you guys do that? Oh, for the camera, let me see here. Belle has a $11 a month for 2 years. Okay. I left Bell and I'm with Rogers now, so I'll have to check with Rogers because I'm not flopping back and forth. But I think Rogers has a good plan too. Or I might think of getting a no plan, just getting my own cameras and getting them installed to the Wi-Fi. I don't know what's cheaper or what's more reliable. I'm gonna have to ask around. But do you guys have dash cams? And if you do, what's the purpose? To like, if you get into an accident or someone's in an accident in front of you, you have it the footage to as a witness to or is it for like social media when you're going on drives to kind of show the drive? Like, I don't know. I've seen somebody an accident, not an accident. It wasn't an accident. I was coming home from work. And it was summer or fall because I was not in a coat. I remember that. And there was somebody who cut off somebody and all kind of erratic driving. I heard yelling on my passenger at the back behind me. And then a truck came kind of next to me and he came out his car and he swung his door so hard and it hit my car. But I was not going to even say nothing because that man didn't look like he was playing. And this young cat in a convertible must have cut him off or did something. And then he's like yelling, I got it on camera. I got it on my dash cam. I got it on the dash cam. And they were going to fight. The man put his big old red truck in park, fling the door open and hit my car. I'm like, oh, Lord. And then the car light went green and I took off. But they were going to like knock fists. I don't know what happened. But I don't know if the guy cut him off and then the truck was following him and going to be like, yeah, I want to show you. Because that happened to me before too. You do something by accident. It wasn't intentional, but the road rage is real. Maybe you have a camera to document any road rage or any incidences where you feel you need to have footage. I don't know. I've never looked into one, but maybe in this day and age, it wouldn't hurt to have a dash cam or something that can record things. And if you stand in front of the vehicle, you know that you're being recorded and that anything that happens is documented. I don't know. But it's becoming a very camera-oriented world where you have to have everything on camera because no one's going to believe you otherwise, as we see very often. Everyone's like, with their phone recording. They're recording all the Karens. They're recording all the rage. They're recording all the, and then people realize what's happening. Because if you didn't, even I was watching the news, and if you remember Central Park Karen, the lady who blamed the guy, the bird watcher, and she's gonna call the police and say that there's a black man threatening me and this, come out, man. And she's screaming. Remember that story? She sued her employer for, I guess, wrongful dismissal or slander or something along those lines, because she's saying that they painted her out to be a racist, but she lost. So she was back in the news again, but she lost. But the point I'm trying to make is that if he didn't record the encounter, then I don't think people would have really believed him. But it was quite hilarious to watch that she was really dramatic, and she's doing it while she's being recorded. So I don't know what she really thought, that he wasn't going to use the recording to show her behavior. But anyways, I sidebar. But everything has to be, we're in a world that things have to be, and I've recorded somebody too, started getting a little ignorant and irate with me, and I just pulled my phone out. And then when I pulled the phone out, they got more upset. Stop recording me. Free country. My phone plan. I do what I want. And that was his cue to end the conversation, end the interaction. But he was still, and then my friend's like, she brought me there to witness something, and she said I flared him up. I kind of did flare him up. And I flared him up so that he could show us his true color, so I could get it on tape, so that if anything went left, I had it documented. And as soon as it finished, I sent the video to 3 and 4 people to say, if anything happens, here's the video. Because this man was behaving, he was behaving badly. And this is the risk that we take, especially when you're a woman out in these streets. Sometimes they talk to you any kind of way. So you have to have some documentation. But I'm glad to hear most of you have something. So for those of us who don't, we work on it. Let me see what Darren's saying. I hated them at first, but I thank God for my dash cam a few months ago. I had a person run out into traffic in front of me. I just missed him, but the car to the left of me ran him over. I had it all on. Wow. Even that, I've had somebody not run in the road to me, but again, I was driving to work, and I know it was a Saturday morning because there was not much traffic. And I was on the far left lane. The light turned green, and there's a tractor trailer in the middle lane, and then there's a third lane, the slow lane. The tractor trailer was in the middle, and he was a bit in front of me. The person ran across the street, but the truck was blocking me from seeing the person. So I was ready to press the gas and proceed, because the light's green. Everyone can see the light's green. And I'm pressing the gas, and then the person came out. I don't know if I stopped or if I kind of went and he went. I don't know what happened, but I was like, what are you doing? I can't see you because the truck's blocking my view to the right. And why would you be crossing the street now anyways? Wait. So if I had a dash cam and with stuff like that, where you're literally, someone's jumping out either in front of you or something, and you do not have enough, you stop, but you do not have enough time to stop and not hit them. I think a dash cam would help, because again, it's he said, she said. And then when you're under stress and you're emotional and you're in shock and you're not going to maybe give all the details properly. But if you have it recorded, I think, I don't have one, but from all of them driving back and forth and going an hour north, an hour east, all over the place doing stuff, if something happens, I think it's easier if I have it recorded. So I'm going to look into that. Or even not for my car, for the car, if we're going on a group outing, I have it there so I can just record the transactions and what happens. Because we've come to that. This world has come to that. People are not honorable. People are not they don't keep their word. People show one face in front of people and then something else. They have no problem lying through their teeth to get out of something. They don't have any accountability. They don't tell the truth, and you have to record everything. That's the long and short of it. You cannot trust people to tell the truth. They don't want to take the blame. It's not going to happen. If you don't have it on tape, I don't know what's going to happen. and just save yourself the aggravation of having to fight with people. That's pretty much it for me. If anyone wants to come up, you can come up. I'll put it up one more time, or I think it's pinned. But other than that, we can wrap it up. And I know just before I know Planter Garden has posted a live. I saw that on his. So if you follow Planter Garden, pop in and check in. If you haven't, check him out today. He's going to be going live. The chat is going to be live today at 8 p.m. And that's a talk show with Hands in the Dirt and the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. And they are going live. Let me just confirm. Give me a second. I think it's Nikki's channel. Let me just check. And right now somebody's live. Hold on. Let me refresh my screen. Give me a second here. Okay. So there's other people who are live now, but let's pop into Patty's Southern Kitchen and More. Let me drop it in the link. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I don't know how to. Let's pop into her, and then we'll go. I'm going to be on the chat later on. Okay, share. Copy link. Give me a second here to figure all this out. And let's go check her out and encourage her. Okay, so I dropped it in the chat. I'm gonna join Patty's Southern Kitchen. She's dropping some seeds. Let's go support her. And I'll see you all at 8 p.m. in the chat. Let me find that link first before I close off. Give me a second here, because it's like a talk show. We talk about the news and some comedy, some jokes. So give me a second here. Let me drop that link for those of you who don't know that show. I think it's Nikki's channel this week. They rotate, so back and forth. Give me a second here. And then that's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It may go back to 7 p.m. once the gardening season is finished and we're back, not gardening. Give me a second here. Where's the live? Where does it tell you where the... I don't know where the notification is, but I'm going to just share her channel, and then you can find her at 8 p.m. live. So give me a second here, and I will drop her link. Okay. Hold on 1 second here, Lashes. I see you there saying you feeding the homeless. Oh, that's very good. If you guys didn't see, Can't Stop Walking But Love Mowing, he did an act of kindness, not for clout or nothing like that, but something touched his heart and he did something about it. He didn't record him doing it to the person because, privacy, obviously privacy, but he showed that he got some groceries and a meal for the person and gave it to the person. However we can help, let's try to help. Food banks, people have soup kitchens, you can volunteer. Let's give back and try to be more helpful. That was something on my mind. We could probably talk about that next week. How can we be helpful but not be used or be what's the word I'm looking for? Encouraging bad behavior. I'm trying to use it. Enabling. Without enabling people, like how can we help people? And food and drink is a wonderful way, and blankets when they're outside in the cold sleeping, or buying somebody a hot chocolate. You can good night, Darren. You can buy people a gift card for these coffee shops, and hopefully they get served, because maybe they don't serve them, but they can buy a hot drink and something. So think about it. Buy some $5 gift cards, and just when you see somebody who looks like they have a need, you can offer it to them, or you buy them a meal and give it to them. It doesn't cost us much, and we waste so much. and we waste a lot of money and we waste a lot of food, and most of us grow our own food. So we, let's give of our crops, let's give of our excess, and help some, just be kind to somebody. We're not better than anybody else, and some people are just one paycheck away from homelessness. So that was a good testimony. Check out his channel, um, check out that video, and let's try to help each other. But I dropped the link. Let's go raid Patty's Southern Kitchen and tell her that I sent you and I'm coming there too. At 8 o'clock, I dropped Nikki's link. You can go and watch the talk show, The Chat. Hey, Urban, my mom left with 2 pounds. Yep, see? Let's just give, guys. It doesn't cost as much. It may cost you. I shouldn't say that. It may cost you. It may cost you. But you'll never go hungry. You'll never have to beg nothing. Just show people some kindness, and it will be returned to you, and not to you. It will be returned to your children, because many of us are blessed from what our parents did in the past, and we're getting the blessing now. So try to be kind, but let's go raid Patty's Southern Kitchen. I dropped her link. And tonight, 8 p.m., The Chat with the everyday life of an OCDish chick and hands in the dirt. So I'll see you then. Thank you for coming by at this later time. I think I might rotate and have a later time and then, early time. Let me know. And we'll take it from there. But I'll see you in these streets tomorrow night, because Sundays is my day of now off of social media. So Sunday night I will pop in. I joined My Fly Family, and that's what I'm doing. But thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you spending time with me on your busy Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. And you guys can come up. You guys seem to be playing shy lately. No one's coming up. Please thumbs up the video. Please subscribe to the channel. The numbers keep going up and down. Please subscribe. So far, we haven't had any trolls in here, but if there is a problem with the trolls, I'm going to have to put subscriber only mode. So right now it's open. So please subscribe. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I have a Buy Me a Coffee app. So if you want to send me a little coffee or a little treat, you can feel free to do so. It's always greatly appreciated. But have a blessed day, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow night. If you're on YouTube, I'll be on My Fly Family. And in the week, I'm all over in the week. But on the weekend, I kind of slow it down and spend some time with family, friends, and myself. But yeah, I'm on the road to 1K. So please support, share, and I'll be getting more content out. As you saw, I put the sorrow video, guys. If you want me to record a video of me making the sorrow, like a more of the process, just put another comment under that video, and I'll work on recording, because I am going to be making more sorrow soon for the upcoming season. So let me know. I can try to record a video of how I do it over here. Okay? Have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.